now May O'Brien, our International Service Committee Chair and District Co-Chair, will give a presentation and report and recap on the Rotary International Convention.
As you can see, I have a whole bunch of pins from the Rotary Convention in my name tag. Rotarians like to collect pins for some reason. So I'm May O'Brien, the ISC co-chair, and we tell everybody the best way to learn about international service is to go to the International Convention. So I took my own advice this year and went to Houston. There were 11,000 attendees, 200 exhibits, and 80 breakouts. So I didn't have a chance to go to everything, but I did meet a lot of old friends. So here we are with Bala Murthy, formerly of our club and now the district governor for Michigan, Sharon Taylor, and Dr. Ela Shaw and Vinod Shaw. Ela was being inducted into the Arch Clump Society, the highest tier of donors, and she's probably the most generous person in our district. Also, I met a lot of new friends. Here I am with the district governor for Mumbai, the former president of the Bombay Rotary Club, and he and Ela are actually old friends. Ela donated funds for a dialysis center in Mumbai and told Sandip that do not turn anyone away, that she will pay the fees for any patient who cannot pay. She is a true humanitarian, and I hope someday that she will be able to speak to our club. So the keynote speaker was Mahindra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, and he said great souls only live for the well-being of others, and ended his talk saying that June 21st is the International Day of Yoga, the passport to spiritual and intellectual well-being. And of course, Bala Murthy jumped for joy when he heard this because he's the founder of the Rotary Fellowship for Yoga. So there was also a pre-convention for Rotaractors. And these two Rotaractors on the left from San Francisco wanted to take a selfie with me. And all of a sudden, all these other people showed up for the selfie. So we had this huge group shot. There's Peter Kyle, Sam, and anyway, this is what everybody does at the convention. There are these huge billboards and people take their pictures in front of them. This is the group from Thailand. I did go to the Rotary Wine Fellowship dinner, which past President Jay Pugh said was the hottest ticket in town. I thought it was going to be a bunch of Sunni Rotarians about wine, but actually it turned out to be a wonderful dinner and a bunch of wonderful Rotarians. So every fellowship has to donate to a humanitarian project for Rotary. And this group donated to Hand Wash, the Haiti Water and Sanitation Project. So the president and executive secretary of Rotary International is John Yuko, and he talked about our action plan, which is together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves. He said doing good makes people feel good. And Rotary's action plan is to increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. He said, if we have the courage to stand up for what we know is right, we cannot help but bend the world a little closer to our vision of peace. And this peace message resonated throughout the convention, starting with the Rotary Presidential Conference. I signed up for this, and based on Rotary's mission to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace, this mission was established in 1921 in Edinburgh at the Rotary Convention hosted by the Rotary Club of Edinburgh. I just put this picture up because I thought you'd like to see our sister club's historic picture. There was an announcement about the new Rotary Peace Center in the Middle East and North Africa. Two very generous Rotarians donated $15.5 million to establish it. The opening session began with a parade of flags from every country that Rotary has a Rotary Club in, sort of like the Olympics. They announced a $2 million program to scale, which went to Nigeria for a program to help to establish quality health care for mothers and newborns. Last year's winner was Malaria Partners International for malaria eradication in Zambia. And this is a project that our club has been working with very closely. We have a project in the Congo. And here I am with Adriana Lanting, the head of MPI. The biggest project for me at the convention was the community assessments for the environment. I was invited by Chris Puddock, the head of Environmental Sustainability Rotary Action Group to be on a panel to do a sort of a 101 talk on how to do a community assessment. And he said, May, don't worry about it. We're in a small room, no more than 40 people, and probably no one will show up. Well, we were in a room for 400 people and every seat was filled. So, you know, it went like that. Obviously very popular. So another breakout was the Peace Mission, Nuclear Disarmament. Here's Kurt Lustig from Ukraine, noting that there are only nine nations sitting on top of 15,000 nuclear weapons, and we're one of them. Dr. Ira Helfand, who spoke to our club, Nobel Prize winner, spoke, and Dr. Benton, also from Canada, for Van Newts, also spoke. It wasn't all meetings and plenary sessions. We got to go visit the Space Center at Houston, which was really fun. The French consulate and the US-France Intercountry Committee hosted a free champagne luncheon and invited all the ICCs. And here's Dana Moldovan, the coordinator for ICCs in the US, Claudine Shuley for the Ukraine ICC, Cyril Noitin, the head of all the ICCs around the world, Carmen Cuneo, the former head of the Russia ICC, Sharon Taylor, of course, and all of the students that participated in a peace assembly in Paris. And also, they did have a little tango lesson there. It was lots of fun. Anyway, in the House of Friendship, there were 200 booths, and I'm just going to go over the ones that are of interest to our club. Sustainable Cambodia, one of our big projects that our club has sponsored. On July 27th, Richard Allen, the founder of Sustainable Cambodia, is speaking to our club. Here I am with Carolyn Johnson, the head of the Basic Education and Literacy Rotary Action Group. She helped me last year when I was chair of the Hansen Gift to support global grants in education. She's a wonderful person. Here are the intercountry committees. There's Stan Miner from Russia on the left, Mark Cleary for France, Claudine Shuley for Ukraine. Here is Sam with the Rotary Action Group for Peace. Here are some Rotary International Strategic Partners, the Peace Corps, Mediators Beyond Borders, the US Institute for Peace, Disaster Aid, the Haiti booth. I was so surprised to meet Rosa, who is our partner on a project in Haiti to build desks and a wall around the school for a school that was demolished by the earthquake. Lunch at landfills, that's another Rotary project in our district. The Monarch Sister Schools program, there's Marianne Rischberger, our partner in Mexico, and of course, Bill Dent, the founder of this program. Compassion Partners Honduras, also a project in our district. Jeremy Robinson, the president from Southern Maryland, is speaking at our disc brunch on Sunday. I joined the Whiskey Dram. We have a fellowship of whiskey connoisseurs in our district. That was fun. Unfortunately, they didn't give out any drams, so I was disappointed. There's the Dictionary Project, Shelter Box, one of our big projects, and surprised to see the Karachi Rotary Club, a club that we hope to have a twin partnership with. Here is our Rotary Foundation grant officer, Renee Reiling. I was really happy to meet her in person. I've only talked to her on the phone. A wonderful person. And here's an impromptu meetup of District International Service chairs from around the world. There are 425 of these people, and I'm the co-chair for our district. And here's some friendly Rotarians, some of whom you probably know, including our Rotary International President, Shakar Mehta, in a astronaut suit, which was really funny, and the district owner from Toulouse. Anyway, you probably recognize all these people. Some of the news that came out of the convention is that dues for the Rotary International dues is going to increase up to $41. They made a resolution that club membership should celebrate equity and inclusion. There was a standing ovation for Ukraine led by Shakar Mehta, our president. And they're looking at, remarkably, at a pilot project that will seek to modernize the governance and structure of clubs and districts to reduce hierarchies. And then the last thing they one of the last things they adopted was to amend the avenues of service to include positive peace. So this is my last slide. Our theme for the year is Imagine Rotary, and this is our new president, Jennifer Jones, our first female president.